You may win on the facts. You are not winning the public relations battle. The polling is clear. Americans are blaming Republicans for this. You are going to dismiss it as because the media has taken the side of Democrats and Democratic messaging. I don't need to tell you that perception is reality in American politics. And if 12% of Americans, who do you blame for the shutdown, plus 12% Republicans, that is not a good place to be in. Are you all united in effectively driving over the political cliff together?
Yeah, it's not the cliff. It's a great position to be in when the simple truth and the facts are on your side, and we have those. The facts have been obscured, of course, because the legacy and mainstream media are quite literally repeating the Democrats' talking points. In fact, they interrupted my press conference a couple of days back in mid-sentence where I was showing the exhibit, pointing them to the page in the paragraph where Chuck Schumer wants to give taxpayer-funded benefits to illegal aliens again, and they cut out, muted my commentary and said that I was not being truthful. CNN has since apologized because it was so far over the line. The polling is moving in our direction. There is polling today that shows that Democrats are increasingly being blamed for the shutdown because, Leland, those are the facts. The fact is the Republicans have voted repeatedly to open the government. The Democrats have now voted 5 times in the Senate to shut it down. As John Adams said, facts are stubborn things.
Well, I must say, the fact that you got CNN to apologize is impressive in and of itself. Unprecedented in every way possible, I think, for a Republican. The point I think we're going to get to, though, at least in about 10 days, is paychecks, because that is the first time that federal employees will not get paid. I don't have to tell you, you know from your district back home, how tight things are for so many Americans, federal employees included, are not necessarily living high on the hog. You have made the point over and over again that federal employees who are furloughed in this shutdown will get full back pay. As I'm sure you heard, the president, and we will play the soundbite for our viewers, is not exactly sure on every employee getting made whole. Take a listen.
I would say it depends on who we're talking about. I can tell you this, the Democrats have put a lot of people in great risk and jeopardy, but it really depends on who you're talking about. But for the most part, we're going to take care of our people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way.
Who doesn't deserve to be taken care of?
I'm not sure. You have to ask the president who he's referring to, but I've spoken to him as recently as last night about this issue. We want to protect hardworking federal employees who work for our agencies and do the important work. It's not just troops and Border Patrol agents and TSA. It's people that work in the agencies that do good work. Now, that said, Leland, as limited government conservatives, we all understand the federal government is too large, it does too many things, and it does almost nothing very well. And if there's a way to increase efficiency for taxpayers, we have a responsibility to do that. So I'm not mired in the details of what the Office of Management Budget is doing, but I know they're putting together contingency plans, and we'll have to see how that shakes out.
So let's put two things in separate buckets here. Bucket number one is if the Office of Management and Budget uses this opportunity to lay off mass numbers of federal employees, which is possible and which Republicans would say is Democrats' fault because they shut down the government. The other issue, though, is people who come back to work. Would you support a bill that reopens the government but does not provide back pay for every federal employee that was still on the payroll?
No, I don't think that's going to be the issue. I think the Democrats, if they'll come in here and do the sensible thing tonight or tomorrow and reopen the government, all of this is a moot point. We'll take care of the problem. But the decision point is on the Democrats, not Republicans. Look, it's always been tradition that furloughed federal employees do get back pay, and I think that will still be the case. There is some other legal analysis that's being circulated right now, but I've been pretty busy, Leland, and I haven't had a chance to read into that and make a legal conclusion of my own. I'm just telling you that there's discussion about it. But
well,
I'm for making sure that people are made whole, because American workers should not be made victim. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.